Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
We got 3 big stories on the docket today, all with the potential to really shake things up in the marketing landscape.
All right, let's hear them.
So we're going to unpack Google's search rankings going haywire. Then we'll dig into the kind of seeky psychology behind those buy now, pay later offers.
Interesting.
And then to wrap things up, we'll look at how video is just exploding over on LinkedIn. Like seriously exploding.
Should be a good one. Where do we start?
Let's kick things off with Google. Anyone in the online world knows that rankings can be a little fickle, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always been kind of a moving target.
But get this, in 2024, things got a whole lot more volatile, like a lot more. We're talking a 26% increase in volatility.
Wow, 26%. That is a pretty significant jump.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is that this surge affected pretty much every single industry out there. Well, almost every single one.
Oh, what's the exception?
Real estate. It seems like even Google can't quite predict the housing market.
Huh. That is interesting. Makes you wonder, why is real estate so steady in search? Is it something about how we look for properties online?
Always reflecting, bigger trends in the actual housing market itself.
Yeah, definitely a head scratcher. It probably deserves its own deep dive, honestly.
For sure. But for now, I think the big takeaway here, especially for anyone trying to keep their website visible, is that SEO is getting a lot more challenging.
Absolutely. Agility is going to be key moving forward.
Speaking of things that can really shake up our online experience, let's talk buy now, pay later. I mean, you got to admit, those little BNPL buttons are pretty tempting.
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere these days.
And a new study, this was in the Journal of Marketing, it found something that I thought was pretty surprising.
Oh, what's that?
So it's not just that BNPL leads to more impulse buys. It actually makes people spend more on each transaction.
So not just buying things we wouldn't normally, but spending more on the things we were already going to buy.
Exactly. It's kind of sneaky, right?
Yeah, very much so. So how does that work? What's the mechanism there?
Well, the study points to a couple of psychological things going on. First, those smaller installments. They really do trick our brains. Like, we genuinely think the whole purchase is cheaper.
Makes sense. Smaller number, less scary.
Right. It feels more manageable. And then the other thing is, BNPL kind of creates this illusion of control.
Like we're being responsible by spreading out the payments.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes us less sensitive to the actual, total price. Like, I know I've totally fallen for that one myself. You see that low monthly payment and it seems so reasonable.
Until you realize you've bought way more than you planned.
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that. So I think the takeaway here is that understanding these psychological tactics BNPL uses can help us be smarter consumers.
Definitely. Set those budgets, track your spending, and don't get caught in the trap.
Exactly. All right, for our last deep dive today, we're heading over to LinkedIn. And let me tell you, video is it's taking over. We're talking a 36% jump in video watch time.
Yeah, I've noticed that. My feed is basically all video now.
Right. And it's not just like a random thing. LinkedIn is actively pushing video big time. They've got full screen vertical video, personalized videos for you, recommendations, and even video carousels like the ones that pop up in your search results.
Oh, right. I've seen those. I thought they were just a mobile thing, but I guess they're on desktop now too.
Yep, they are. And they even offer free training for creators. So it's clear that LinkedIn is putting its money where its mouth is when it comes to video.
Seems like video is becoming the main language of the internet these days, and LinkedIn's no exception.
I think you're right. It makes you wonder, though, does this mean we all need to become expert video creators to survive on LinkedIn?
Well, not necessarily. I don't think everyone needs to go out and get a film degree.
Right.
It's more about thinking strategically about how you can use video to, boost your brand and engage with your audience.
Makes sense. So to recap our little whirlwind tour of marketing news today, we saw that Google rankings are getting more and more unpredictable. Then we learned that BNPL is kind of sneakily influencing how much we spend.
And to top it off, we found out that video is rapidly becoming king over on LinkedIn.
And all of these trends point to a bigger picture, right? Like the whole marketing landscape is changing. It's getting more dynamic, more competitive, and I think more reliant on data and tech than ever.
Absolutely. And that raises a really interesting question. What skills are going to be the most valuable in this new world of marketing?
It's a question worth pondering, for sure. So what do you think, listeners? What skills are going to be essential for marketing success in the years to come? Jump into the conversation on social media. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And until next time, keep learning, keep growing.
And keep adapting.
You got it.